This is The Scoop for Friday.
I'm Sean Canan with the WMNF News headlines. Duke Energy is one of 10 energy companies calling on the Trump administration to halt pollution regulations. WMNF's Chris Young reports the energy company, which serves more than 2 million Floridians, is facing backlash from environmental groups.
The letter was addressed to the newly appointed U.S. Environmental Protection Administrator Lee Zeldin. It asked to cut Biden-era regulations on greenhouse gas emissions and coal ash meant to protect the environment. Duke Energy and others called the rules a, quote, drag on economic growth. They also say the regulations hinder the expansion of power for artificial intelligence. Susanna Randolph, the chapter director for Sierra Club Florida, calls the letter repugnant.
Essentially, this is Duke Energy trying to get out of protections for our community. And, the letter is basically a direct request to bring more harm into our community.
Randolph says they should be investing in renewable energy instead of asking for a hall pass on protecting Americans' health. Duke Energy told WMNF they had no further comment, and the document speaks for itself. You can find a copy of the letter on our website, WMNF.org. Chris Young, WMNF News.
Governor Ron DeSantis is touring Florida and blasting the legislature's immigration package passed during the special session earlier this week. He says legislative leaders are fighting for credit and made their proposals softer to protect large agriculture companies.
I don't need to get any attention. I don't need to get any fanfare. I don't need to get any credit for this. I hope that the legislature would listen to the constituents, listen to the outcry, come up with really strong proposals, outdo me, do better than me, and then you guys get the credit. I don't need any credit.
Critics of the governor have argued he's mainly speaking out because the bill, called the Trump Act, removes immigrant enforcement abilities from him, and it gives them to the state agriculture commissioner, making him less powerful. DeSantis is taking his feud with Republican leaders to the ballot box. He vowed yesterday to channel huge sums of money to candidates he backs in next year's GOP gubernatorial and legislative primary elections. The governor's message drew condemnation from Republican House Speaker Daniel Perez as bitterness continued to fester about that immigration bill. President Donald Trump started his second term with a deluge of controversial executive orders, and that has sparked local outrage among some Tampa youth. WMNF's Josh Holton reports about 100 people gathered at Tampa City Hall Wednesday to protest mass deportations and in order to end birthright citizenship.
Mass deportation!
That's 17-year-old Natalie Medeiros chanting through the megaphone.
Nobody deserves to come somewhere seeking a better future and a better way of life and be expected to be kicked out. You don't do that anywhere else. Like, we're supposed to love our neighbor. If we're such a God-fearing Christian country like everyone claims, love your neighbor.
Medeiros was one of many who demonstrated against the recent effort to crack down on undocumented immigrants. Nicole, who did not want to share her last name, is 20 years old and organized the protest.
When I was born, my mom was in the process of getting citizenship. She wasn't yet married to my father, who was an American citizen, but I was born before all that, so it's just something that touches home with me.
Under the order, children born on or after February 19, 2025 in the U.S. must have at least one parent who is a legal permanent resident or a U.S. citizen. Although a federal judge blocked the order ending birthright citizenship, Trump says he may have the support of the U.S. Supreme Court. Momo is a 25-year-old citizen. She says her family, who sells vegetables, live in fear amid threats of mass deportation.
I have some uncles and aunts. They actually sell here in Tampa at the flea market, but they're not going to be showing up no more due to their being scared of deportation.
Event organizers say another group of like-minded youth in Orlando held a similar rally, but neither event claimed to be involved with any organizations.
Deportation!
They just wanted to make their voices heard. Josh Holton, WMNF News, Tampa.
It'll be mostly sunny and hot today with highs in the high 70s. There's a chance of showers late with overnight lows in the mid-60s. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a slight chance of a rain shower and highs in the mid-70s. I'm Sean Canan with the WMNF News headlines.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.